Good morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Alvers. It's Thursday, November 9th.
And you're watching Torrington Today.
Well, in yesterday's paper, you can read all about Day of the Dead. If you're not familiar with the holiday, it's held annually during Halloween and a little bit after. It's a Mexican holiday, and a local woman, Olga Olivares, I'm sorry, I butchered that last name the first time. She was celebrating at her home and wanted to talk a little bit about the history of her own family as well as the event. So we've got that. Also, we've got a story about fourth grade musical. We kind of went behind the scenes with the fourth grade class at Trail Elementary, and they'll be hosting a fourth grade musical actually tonight. And this afternoon. In tomorrow's paper, you can read all about Torrington City Council, County Commissioners, Lingle Town Council, and then also a story about a Bureau of Reclamation water meeting. And it looks like we're in good water standing for the next year.
That's what I like to hear.
So, yes.
Hopefully it'll help my grass.
Yeah, I think it should affect Eric most of all. But pick up the paper to read those stories.
Well, in sports, if you haven't heard, last weekend was a pretty big weekend for the local teams. You can read about everything that happened this past weekend in yesterday's paper. Torrington football maybe had the best weekend of all after they beat Green River to advance to the state championship game for the first time since 1996.
That's exciting.
So that's definitely a monumentous occasion. I was 1 year old in 1996. So,
wow, Eric.
It's been a while for me. But they're back.
It's almost like your whole life has been leading up to
Pretty
this
much.
point.
Ever since I could dream it. At the state volleyball tournament last weekend, Lingle Fort Laramie went 1-2, reached the consolation semifinals, and Torrington, who was there after a 4-year spell of missing the state tournament, they went 0-2, but they still played some top-notch volleyball. So you can read about both those seasons coming to a close last weekend. In tomorrow's paper, kind of the big sports news is the state championship game.
Yeah.
So there's tons of coverage to kind of get you pumped for Blazer football tomorrow. You can read about Thunder Road, which is the motorcycles there before every home game. There's a preview for tomorrow's game, and I find it interesting that Torrington will be meeting Cody in the championship game because Torrington and Cody played for the 3A soccer title in the spring. Cody got the 1-0 or 1-0 advantage there, so we'll see if Torrington can reverse the results from the pitch on the gridiron. So you can read about the preview for tomorrow's game, and also kind of a look at the season for both Braden Bivens and Nathan Stitt. They have broken school records this year.
Wow.
In passing and receiving respectively. So you can read about all that in tomorrow's paper. Also, a non-football note. Adia Sherbine, Torrington senior, she signed her letter of intent yesterday to play volleyball for Western Nebraska Community College, which is a top-notch program, but I think she had a little wrench thrown into her decision because her mother, Julie, coaches at Eastern Wyoming College here in town, but she said it was just the right fit for her.
Yep,
so
that sounds
she'll be in Scottsbluff in the fall.
And that's a rival, so
yeah.
She's going to be battling against her mom. All right, well, in upcoming events, like I said, there's that fourth grade musical, and it actually is today at 2 and at 6:30, so there's 2 opportunities.
Think I can get off work early?
Yes. For something like this, absolutely.
I'll catch both of them.
Good. And then Friday, the Lingle Jingle Mingle starts in the evening, and that's also all day Saturday, or most of the day Saturday, so head over to the Lingle Legion Hall and catch some of those vendors. Kick off the holiday season if you haven't already. Also, there's Veterans Day events going on tomorrow. EWC, Lincoln Elementary, I believe Pinnacle Bank is going to be honoring the oldest living veteran in Goshen County tomorrow at 3. Also on Saturday, there is the Patty Fiasco. They're a band that originated in Laramie at an open mic night, and they're going to be coming to EWC Saturday evening. And I know a lot of people are looking forward to that. It's the first time they've been in Torrington, so check them out too, I guess.
And it's some not necessarily homegrown talent, but home state grown talent.
Oh, and also Monday, I guess, speaking of home state grown talent, the Gypsy Cowbell will be at the Goshen County Library at 6 p.m. and she basically lived a homesteading life in Wyoming and makes her own banjos and plays songs she wrote. So
I tried to get into the banjo once in my life, and It's not for
Didn't
me.
work, huh?
No.
Maybe you should try ukulele.
I don't know if that'd be for me.
If it is, tune in and we will have Eric play
Yeah.
a special rendition of Over the Rainbow for you.
In sports, it's kind of a slow weekend, just because fall sports are wrapping up and winter sports haven't really kicked off yet. But the marquee matchup, I know I've mentioned it several times already, but the state football championship game is tomorrow in Laramie. That will be played at War Memorial Stadium against Cody, and that's at 3. So be sure to get your afternoons off of work and head down to Laramie to check out your Blazers. As far as EWC basketball goes, the women will be in Powell for a tournament hosted by Northwest College, and the men will be at Air Force Prep for a tournament this weekend. So, like I said, kind of a slow weekend, but I guess you can't really have a slow weekend when there's a state championship game. So
Everyone's going to be exhausted after that.
Yeah.
The weather looks pretty good, though.
Yeah, I think we're, as far as for here in Torrington, we're looking pretty
okay.
good. Today we're at 46 for the high, but after today, for the next 14 days, I guess, we're going to be above 50, which is crazy because after the 14 days, we'll almost be in December. Tomorrow's high is 59, and then on Saturday we're looking at 56. So if you have any last-minute outdoor chores, get to it. Well, I guess you have 14 days.
Yeah, what are you doing? Eric's reminded you how many weeks in a row now.
I can only do this for so long. We will have snow one weekend.
Yes.
And it will stay.
Yes.
Not like the snow we had earlier this week. So. Well, there you have it, Torrington. I'll see you down in Laramie if you're not doing your weekend chores. I'm Eric Stark.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
And you've been watching Torrington Today.